on the topic, We Infants Love Infant Jesus. I have always wondered why God the Son, the second person of the Holy Trinity, chose to be born as a tiny helpless infant rather than a mighty king. St. Alphonsus Liguori explains this well. If the Redeemer had come to be feared and respected by men, he would have come as a fully grown man and with royal dignity. But because he came to gain our love, he chose to come and to show himself as an infant and the poorest of infants, born in a small stable between two animals, laid in a manger on straw, without fire or clothing to warm his shivering limbs. Thus would he be born who lived to be loved and not feared. So, it's all about God's infinite love for us. The omnipotent, the omnipresent, and the omniscient God became a tiny infant because of his love for each one of us. How great is our God! When I think of infant Jesus, it is this love that fills my heart. But infant Jesus should not only remain in our thoughts. As little children, we always long for love and friendship. We always love to be in the company of our friends. Sometimes we are confused with the idea of choosing a good friend. Who is trustworthy? Who can be our best friend than infant Jesus himself? There are many saints in the Catholic Church who enjoyed the company of infant Jesus. There is a beautiful incident in the life of St. Rose of Lima, where the child Jesus taught her to read and write when she prayed to him for help. Another incident in the life of St. Teresa of Avila depicts how much infant Jesus loves to be with us. One day, as she was walking down the stairs of her convent, she saw a beautiful young boy. The child asked her, "Who are you?" She answered, "I am the Teresa of Jesus." "And who are you?" The child answered with a play of words, "I am Jesus of Teresa." And then he disappeared. Pope Benedict XVI said, God made himself small so that we could understand him, welcome him, and love him. Through these words, the Pope urges us to love infant Jesus with all our heart, with all our mind, and with all our soul. But how can we love him? The answer is simple. To love infant Jesus, we should spend time with him. We should talk to him as we talk to our best friends. We should share all our joys and sorrows with him. We should do small sacrifices out of love for him. And we should take care not to hurt or offend him with sin. Loving infant Jesus should be our priority. Let me conclude with a prayer that St. Rose of Lima used to pray to infant Jesus. "Oh, infant Jesus, help me to know you and to love you. Thank you, J. Christ." The child grew and became strong, filled with wisdom, and the favor of God was upon him. Luke chapter 2, verses 40. Respected judges, teachers, and my dear friends, let me ask you a simple question. Who is your best friend? The one who understands us the most? The one who agrees to our ideas, no matter how absurd it might be? Just kidding. I'm sure you all will agree with me if I say that though we have many friends, there will be one such friend in our life whom we like the most, with whom we love to spend our time talking, playing, and sharing. It could be a classmate, neighbor, even a sibling or parent. We love our best friend, for we are sure that we can always count on him or her whenever we are in trouble or in need. He or she will always support us, no matter what. But there are times when we feel our best friend is not the best. The times when he or she quarrels with us, gets angry with us. Then we wish how great it would have been if you had a friend who is perfect. Actually, we all do have such a friend. He never gets angry, he understands us perfectly, even our thoughts are not hidden from him. In fact, he is all powerful yet so human that he cannot bear to see us sad or gloomy. In no time, he comes to our help. Do you know who I am talking about? He is none other than Infant Jesus. We all love him, don't we? Though he is the Son of the Most High, he came down to earth to be born to earthly parents just like any of us. Even though he could have been born in a palatial mansion if he wanted to, he chose a humble stable and lived a simple life. Isn't it wonderful? Because he lived a life of hardships, he can understand every pain on earth. Poverty, deprivation, hunger, the wants and needs of everyone, especially children like you and me. He actually has been with us from the moment we were formed in the womb of our mothers. Though we never realized his presence, he was there, taking care of us, accompanying us. And when each one of us were placed in our mother's laps for the first time, he stood there, smiling, enjoying their happiness. He has always been a constant companion since then. So that is about how Infant Jesus became our friend. But to keep this special relationship of love with him, we should also do our best. We should strive to be righteous, honest, loving and caring. We read in Luke chapter 2 that Jesus lived in obedience to his parents. He also grew in wisdom and years and in divine and human favor. We sometimes give our friends gifts to express our love for them. But Infant Jesus doesn't expect such material gifts from us. All he wants from us is to be just like him. He becomes happy when we live our lives in obedience to our parents, teachers, always telling the truth, helping others, and yes, talk to him every day. Spend time with him, telling him all our wants, dreams, wishes, and thanking him for everything. So, my dear friends, let's learn to treasure this precious relationship we have with Infant Jesus and never forget that he loves us and we should always try to remain in his love forever. Thank you.
We infants love Infant Jesus, respected judges and my dear friends. Yes, we love Infant Jesus, the cute little one whom we kiss on Christmas Day, the one we place in the middle of the crib in a satin cloth. Yes, we love the little boy standing smart out there in our church with his parents Mary and Joseph. We admire the little Jesus in royal robe standing alone blessings with a globe in one hand. It all started with an admiration towards a child. It was pure love. When we grew, we knew the love of baby Jesus through my parents, catechism teachers, our priests and nuns. My love towards him increased. They told me Jesus was born to save all of us. They taught me to pray to Infant Jesus and said he would answer all my prayers. They taught me that he would never leave me. This has given me a friend, a true friend who is full of love. It was a different experience altogether. He's the most loving friend who never leaves me and is ready to help me anytime. We love friends. We love to talk and play. Always want the company of friends. We need them to share our difficulties, sad moments, happy moments and whatnot. But they cannot be with us all the time. Jesus is one who is with us all the time. He listens to us, consoles us, blesses us. Yes, dear friends out there, I know you will agree with me. What a friend we have in Jesus, all our sins and griefs to bear. What a privilege to carry everything to Him in prayer. We are privileged to have our infant Jesus, who is ever smiling, ever caring, ever loving with us. We are blessed to have Him who blesses all the time. We love you, infant Jesus. Bless us and help us to stay away from bad deeds. Help us to love everyone around us. Help us to be good with everyone. Be with us all the time. This is all what we need. Love you, Lord. Thank you.